Hi friends, brothers and sisters, my name is Tin and welcome to Pathways of Hope. Today's gospel is from Matthew 23 verse 23 to 26. Jesus rebukes the Pharisees and calls them hypocrites. He says, "You have neglected the weightier things of the law, justice, mercy, faithfulness. You cleanse the outside of cup and dish, but inside they are full of plunder and self-indulgence. Cleanse first the inside of the cup, so that the outside may also be clean." The scribes and the Pharisees were experts on the law, teachers of the law, and that's actually a good thing. They were blessed with intellect and learnedness, but where they went wrong, they used this gift to glorify themselves and not God. The thing about the Pharisees is that they did things for show, to be seen as more powerful, to be seen as holy, to be seen as righteous. But in this pride and conceitedness, they missed the heart of the law. The law is supposed to bring God's people in deeper relationship with Him. But instead, they used it to bring people further away from God by putting unnecessary burdens on His people. They stepped on others to get ahead. They outcasted people. They inflicted punishment on the poor and the helpless. And they did this to be seen as better. That's why God says they lack justice and mercy. The Hebrew word for justice is mishpat, which can refer to retributive justice, wherein if I steal something, I'd have to pay the consequences. But more often in the Bible, it's restorative justice, which means actively seeking out the vulnerable people who are being taken advantage of and helping them. It means seeking out the good of those around us and being in right relationship with them, and treating everyone with dignity in God's image and likeness, because that's how He created us. Meanwhile, mercy in Hebrew is rakam, which is derived from the Hebrew word rekem for mother's womb. And it speaks of God's tender, protective love for His children, an environment of gentleness that is able to bring life to someone. It is again about protecting the helpless and the defenseless and being able to restore them and give them life, because this is how God loves us as well. So the Pharisees, in their prideful desire to be seen, failed to seek out the ways they can truly help God's people. Friends, how often are we just like the Pharisees who do things to be seen as better, richer, holier, greater, more this, more successful, more that? So often we want to be seen a certain way that we forget what truly matters: love for God and love for others. What the Lord is after is our hearts, and what's important to Him is our relationship with Him, our relationship with one another, our growth in the virtues, and our faith. Jesus in our gospel today reminds us that God hardly cares about our status, wealth, success, our looks, and that we don't need to preoccupy ourselves with these things to prove anything or to be seen, because He already sees us. He sees everything: our inner thoughts, our deepest feelings, our intentions, our efforts, the inner life, the part of our life that only He can see. That's what's important to Him. And so God calls us on to cleanse our hearts and offer our hearts to Him. Let's ask ourselves, why do I do the things I do? Is it really to honor the Lord? Or is it because I want to be liked, to be praised, or to be approved of? Do I really consider the best interests of my brothers and sisters? Or am I doing this because I want to get something in return? Is my heart at the right place at all times? Psalm 139 says, "O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from afar. Where shall I go from your spirit? Or where shall I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me." Friends, God sees you and knows you and loves you and is with you. And I know we're not perfect, none of us are, but today let's look into our hearts. The not so good parts, let's offer it to the Lord and ask Him to transform us so that we can truly love those around us and love Him above all things. And the good parts, let's use it to honor the Lord and not ourselves. And let's use it to bring us and other people closer and deeper relationship with Him. If you have been blessed and inspired by this reflection, please like and share Pathways of Hope to your friends and loved ones. Again, my name is Tin. Thank you and have a great day.